Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. All right. Who's ready to get started? Okay. So today, kind of as the title says, this is going to be a little gay drawing stream um between one of my characters, Johnny, and one of Daisy's characters, Kane. Um, because we've kind of had like this little. So Kane is a in the campaign. Kane is a Dampier. And Johnny is a relic born, but before people died and all and went to the Crooked Moon universe, Johnny was an elf, and more importantly, they were a farmer. And we kind and like if you know anything about like vampire lore, apparently the Helsings were like just a bunch of farmers that killed vampires. Um, so we kind of had a little bit of a joke that and also just kind of how the campaign seems to be heading that way, where as a like post-campaign thing, once Kane has kind of atoned a little bit, um, he would be like getting on a date with Johnny, and those two would become uh partners or lovers. They would be mates. And yeah, I'm drawing them kissing because yeah, Daisy put it in my head. So yeah. Um so this is what I have right now. I'm gonna just simply fiddle around, see yeah, I like this better. And if it looks like I haven't gotten far, don't worry. I've already finished Kane. That's kinda why I finished Kane at around the 350 mark. Well, I finished it at like 357, and I knew that like I had 3 minutes to go. I should, in the very least, um, yeah, I should, in the very least, stop what I'm doing so I can like go and draw Johnny when the stream started. Because I'm gonna admit it right here. I don't think this is gonna be very. I don't think it's gonna be extremely edited. Like, I don't think I'm gonna go through the whole trouble of doing uh the like clean line art. I think I'm gonna make it just in general a little sketchy, but I don't know because I'm the kind of because when I have a project like this on my tablet, I can't fucking half-ass anything. I can't. So yeah, luckily though, the one thing that stops me from going too far is Johnny themselves because Johnny is a fucking skeleton. And even though I have a little bit of practice with skeletons because I am an Undertale girly and also I also have experience with the like wider multiverse side of the fandom. I know how to draw relatively a good skeleton look, but I want this to be different than a sans or papyrus look. Um, and also I'm just trying to make sure I stay as close to John. This might just be a simple thing of like, oh yeah, the face is just it's just gonna be whatever. But I do want to get some of the anatomy correct. So yeah. So I gotta just simply see. Johnny's the kind of person to have kind of a sticky out chin, even though they're a skeleton, so it shouldn't matter. Um, yeah. And then just kind of follow. Follow the crowd, maybe? Yeah, Johnny's is gonna be the most difficult one for me because I gotta follow a more skeletal anatomy. Okay, so if this is the eye area, and I do this, okay. I mean, like, even with like drawing a lot of undertale, I I don't exactly draw uh side profiles. I tend to draw mostly either the 3/4 or the front facing view. I don't usually go for the side profiles because my side profiles fucking suck. I think the one success I had with that was for a Sans for my universe where it's Hollow's Tale. So for those who have seen the images for Hollow's Tale drawings, it was a version of my Sans for that universe where they're human and monster, but it's kind of like doing a little bit of a card thing. Uh, Not really. It's more like it was more like this, but like they would be facing away from each other, and they're doing different things because they're on different routes, that kind of thing. But yeah. But in either case, I want to make sure that I get the anatomy at least a little right before I add like the hair and all. Kane was very easy to just kind of BS in the moment. Um, just soften that brow, like, and I mean, yeah, because this is a magical world, even though I'm gonna have the mouth, uh, still smiling. Okay, um, okay, so Johnny's chin would have to be longer. Yeah, 'cause their face is long. Okay, come on. Come on, brain. Fucking work. Okay, I also need to lower the mouth a little bit. So, the chin go a lot lower, wouldn't it? So just judging by that there, the jawbone would actually slope a lot sooner, it would seem. Yeah, I would just let it right there. Well, I do need to make it higher because Johnny does have a little bit of effeminate features, and I think the more feminine jawbones tend to ride up a little bit more. I think. I'm not sure. I'm. It's been a while since I mean, I've never really taken any of this sort of like. Well, actually, no. Incorrect. I have done a little bit of bone anatomy thing. Can't remember which class that was, but I was relatively young. I think that was 8th grade. I cannot remember. I'll make the nose bigger because unfortunately, when I start dealing with like trying to get sizes correct, I do tend Johnny does actually have a sort of small nose, so. Okay, come on. Okay, wait, actually, no. The nose is too far. The nose is too far down. I'm realizing that. So, eye area, nose. Hello, wolf. T4Y. Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just struggling with, like, skeletons and shit. It's fine. This is actually kind of normal at the moment. Because I don't tend to, like, do anything niche or something people are familiar with. I tend to draw in game whatever the fuck I want. So it's pretty normal that people don't gravitate to my streams. Because the algorithm doesn't show my stuff a lot. Also, I put every stream I have on uh not made for kids. So and yeah, and probably just it's due to a lot of factors that does not abide by the algorithm too much. Uh, so yeah, it doesn't really surprise me much. But I hope you have fun. I will say I apologize. I do not have any sort of music going. Oh, nice. I don't know what else to say other than nice. I realized I got quiet so quickly. Um, but I mean, yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, it should get more entertaining once Daisy shows up. But yeah, I'm currently struggling with drawing Johnny. I think I need to bring. Wait, I think the jaw is just too far away. I think that's my problem. There we go. That looks a little better. But now I need to just gently slip. Gently slip. That's too far slip. There we go. Gently slip. And I think that gets it good enough. Yeah, I'll say that this is probably good enough. Yeah, this stream is not meant to go on for too long because, as I kind of mentioned at the start of this, I'm more than likely going to just simply do a short, like a short little stream, enough to get like a sketch of this done. Um, because one, the primary reason is because I'm not very good with, I'm not very good at getting myself to, fuck, words. Um, I don't tend to leave things in a sketchy state, which is really, which is kind of bad for me. Um, I need to learn, I need to like teach myself that, hey, it's okay to leave things sketchy, because a lot of the stuff I tend to draw are finished pieces of artworks. And I mean, yeah, it's technically because I use them for different things, but still, I need to just let myself know that, hey, it's okay. It's okay that I leave things slightly unfinished. Okay, now for the neck. Okay. Okay, how many vertebrae do you technically see? This should not matter. I also don't know why I decided to keep the collar. Why the fuck did I decide to keep the collar? Why didn't I just simply do... I realized in the... okay. Shutting up now on a thing that I don't need to talk about. Or shutting up on a thing that I don't need to fret myself over. Okay, so do that. But I do need to add the spectral ears. Johnny looks so weird from the side. Oh boy. Okay, so I think that would technically be with their widow's peak. Nope. Okay, come on. Okay, here we go. That's good for now. Okay, do. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, usually like with the, yeah. Like as long as you're following what the algorithm wants, you're gonna get all the subscribers you want. Sometimes. Sometimes it also just factors in like, uh, I don't know. Like, are you funny enough or something? I don't know. I don't keep track of the algorithm all that much. Okay. Can I like make this mouth just a tiny bit? There we go. Right? One, one. Okay. There we go. No. I'm also just I'm trying something new with the eyes. Um, okay, Johnny does not necessarily need eyelashes, but that's gonna help. Because, like, a lot of the times when oh, nice. I'll definitely have to check your channel out later. I don't remember if I've checked it out or not. Do. Okay, that looks good. Okay, well, yep, I need to. Heh, rib cage. Okay. Because I'm not gonna go full in with the skeletal anatomy. Oh, okay. And this one. Thing. I think we can actually do this. Actually, if I there, perp, perp. That actually, if I just simply lower, like, I just slightly erase the skeletal portion. Um, okay, I think I wanna let me try making this a little further out. Okay, a little bigger, nothing like that. Yeah, that looks better. That that look yes. Hello, Executor 666. I'm guessing that's how I'm supposed to say your name, but yes. These are one of these is my character's, Johnny. Uh the other one is a friend of mine's character. Uh his name is Kane. Uh and yeah, they're kissing. The last art stream of Pride Month. And I've been eagerly awaiting to do this, even though anatomy and side profiles are not my strong suit at all. Okay, is there. Just keep it at the, you know. Yeah. So, uh, Johnny is so like I said, Johnny is my character. They are a non-binary skeleton technically right now, but when they were alive, uh they were a non-binary elf. And Kane, who in the campaign currently is not their boyfriend yet, but will be once in like post-campaign stuff, depending on how things go, is a little eighth gay vampire boy, vampire man. And yeah, they're just having a lovely, lovely kiss, Spider-Man style. Okay, is this about? Yeah, that's about where. Yeah, this is about where it is. Actually, I'll just keep it like that. Just erase this and whoop. Okay, I think. Well, I mean, Kane's gonna be kind of covering up most of this because his face is gonna be up forward. And yeah, do, 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 do. There we go. That. Yeah. Well, let's see if I can do the little tie thing in profile. Because usually I'm doing it in a slightly 3/4. Should be fine. Should be fine. So I already have. Oh wow. Oh wow. Huh. Never realized that. Ah. Hello. Pasa. Pasa Gio Alevelo. Pasa a Pasa Gio Alevelo. I am probably screwing that all the way to Sunday, and I apologize for that. But hello, welcome to my stream. I hope you have a lovely time here. I am drawing what hopefully will happen in like post campaign stuff for Crooked Moon, which is a campaign that no one will see on this channel, unfortunately, um, because yeah, there are some issues have kind of happened in the past with some on some stuff that would not be very conducive to streams. So yeah. And also I gotta have like one thing that is just personal and private. Oh, nice. You know, okay. It's funny you say that this was on your homepage because I was talking to Wolf T4Y about how I don't cater to the algorithm, and so more than likely I don't show up on like the For You pages, which I'm guessing is what you're talking about as being the homepage for you. But yeah, I was talking about that, like how a lot of stuff don't factor in my favor for people watching it because I I do not cater to the algorithm. I just kind of draw and do what I want. I'm gonna make this a little bigger because I really don't want to have to deal with just that tiny little bit there. There we go. Well, Yeah, if you like D&D and you like gay, stick around. I mean, Johnny's pan, but that's besides the point. Kane is gay, and that's all that matters. Hey, nice! Yippee! Yeah, there was a thing in the past about that I think like and of course and like this was a game theory thing, so I don't know about, but I think sometime in the past it was a thing where if you were like an American YouTuber, it only like reaches out to an American audience until you get a certain number of them and then it goes worldwide. But for everywhere else, it doesn't do that. That I don't know. Okay, I need shoulders. I realize I need shoulders. I realize I have not been drawing shoulders at this point. Um, okay, so oh yeah. So now draw the shirt. Oh, doo, 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 doo. Okay. And I need to draw the arm, and I have no idea what the fuck I want to do with the arm. Okay. Um, I just kind of ribs not wanting to work. It's because I technically have the bow at a wrong angle. No, I don't think that's the case. I think I simply need. Well, I mean, I think I'm technically right on how it needs to be drawn. I think I need to just make that a little bigger. Yeah, yeah. This feels a little. This feels more right. This feels right. And then just do that so I can see better. Who knew that skeletons would still be very hard for me to draw, especially in profile. Okay, but, um, okay then. Now I'm realizing where shit is funky. Okay, so that's the spine right there. Okay, okay, okay. So I need that, like so. I think. Okay, huh. Just making Johnny look very big-chested. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I need to erase that because I don't need that there right now. And I need to do this. And what I need to do instead of what I was doing is to instead just commit to regular body and then fit the skeleton and then hello Callaway 67. Hi. Oh, goodbye pasta. Um, hope you enjoyed. I'm I'm still gonna be here. Um, and yeah. Um, but yeah. Hello Callaway 67. Um, wow, I'm getting so many people on here. How many people are? Ah, yes, 3, and I've had 15 in the whole thing. Nice. Okay, this is much better. This is so much better. Doing like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I was just fucking up with the rib cage. I was fucking up a lot with the rib cage. Okay, so now what I need to do is do the exact same thing with the clothing, but this time I actually have a thing to do. And Johnny's neck is actually kind of long. So I'm gonna elongate it. You know, just a tad. Just a teeny tiny tab. Hello, Error Washer 2. But yeah, see you next time, Paso. Um, hello, Error Washer, 2. Oh, no, Error was here. Never mind. Sorry. Hello, Error was here. I, fuck. I'm so sorry. But hello, Error was here too. Um, welcome to my stream. I am surprisingly struggling with drawing a skeleton, even though, I'm presuming just like you am in the Undertale multiverse community. And yeah, just struggling. It's the profile. It's the profile view that's hitting me and making me struggle. Okay. So now, thank you. Yeah, if honestly uh if you were to like check out the rest of my channel, I think on some of the community uh in the like the community page, the posts area, um I've posted a couple extra things from my art there. These two references that you see off to the side are things that I have done. And I think in my about page, um, the about me section, my I've got my Tumblr up, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I forget whether or not I've been cagey on showing my Tumblr account. Uh, but uh, but if you were to go to, I think I have it as Dana Inc. You can then check out a lot of stuff that I've drawn for Undertale specifically if you have a Tumblr. Because I realized not everyone has a Tumblr. I did not have a Tumblr until 3 years ago, which is crazy because I would have been a total Tumblr girly. I need to lower this because I need to show off more neck. Okay, do. Yep, yep, yep. There we go. There we go. Go. Not that. Well, actually, hold on. Need to do this. Maybe not that, but like this definitely. Um, actually, meow. Well, is everything doing the shrink thing again? Is everything shrinking because I'm having to like ah I hate it. I always do this. I always do the shrink thing. Where like I just suddenly where everything just gets smaller and smaller as I work on them because I'm having to work in such a specific order with everything. Because when I'm not used to a certain perspective, everything gets a little squished. Shoo, 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 shoo. There we go. Give it a little bit of ruffling. And then this. Here, there we go. Get it flattened out at the back. There. And then there. And then that. Nope, not that. I guess you couldn't see it there, but I do need to do that a little bit. Okay. I got Tumblr like a month ago, and I would have totally been such a Tumblr. Yeah. Yeah, no, high school me would have been going off with Tumblr. But I guess it's a good thing because I've been able to rework a bunch of my AUs, which I still have yet to post up there. I am still working on the refinement for Hollow's Tale. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easy when like I don't practice enough with perspectives. So profile is my worst nightmare. Um, if you like look over to this uh to like the little height chart I made for my friends for my Crooked Moon campaign, I'm trying to work with different poses and everything so I can get a better uh just so I can get better with stuff. And I even also, just on a quick little side tangent, I had to actually just draw really like I had to do little thumbnail drawings of Papyrus's face because I wanted to give this fucker the papyrus face treatment, but in but because I am usually bad at drawing Papyrus's facial structure, I I had to make several thumbnails just trying to get the face right and how would that be? And then I finally figured it out. And it's so much better than the one I made before. Yeah. Yeah. Do. Okay, is this better? Yes, it is. Still need to do something for the fucking arm, but I don't know what. I am, however, going to just completely erase what I had for that. And bring up the opacity. So now I can just simply merge them. Merge. Okay. I mean, yeah. I don't like how this is, though. I think this needs to be a... like that. Oh, but that's... Oh, wait. Oh, is the fore... Oh, the forehead! I think the forehead is fucky right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I don't have enough forehead space, do I? Hello, Ellie and Cadence. Ellie underscore and underscore Cadence. Hi. Welcome to the stream. I'm getting a lot of people. I guess YouTube is like, hey, in the spirit of Pride Month, let's do this. Okay. Let's realize that this I need to make there, because that will bug me. I mean, actually, I guess I can do this now. Yeah, I can just simply do that. I can also delete it later. Ha ha ha. Okay, I need to erase this. I love Johnny so much. Okay. Now, how the fuck? Yeah, I need more space at the forehead. That's another thing that's wrong with this. I don't have enough forehead. Yeah, I think this is all I need. And just lift it up. Lift that. And now let's figure this out. Okay, wait. Z, 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 Z. Move this backwards. So, there we go. So then I can do this. Yeah. Alright, there we go. What time is it? Okay. So in like a couple extra hours, Daisy should be on. Though I don't know. Okay. Okay, I think I can first connect this. I do not do well with messy ass sketches. I don't understand how people can just simply do that. So where would it be at this point? Not like that. That. Okay. Here, there we go. So if I did this, there we go. That, there we go. Yeah, ow, my haircut. Okay, so now Kane come up like this. And actually, Kane needs to go in front. And I will figure out what the fuck I need to do in a second. Oh, wait, that's dumb. I was wondering, like, why isn't that fading away? But, you know, it's because, yeah. Okay. So now I just need to get the vampire, little dampier. Can I just say that, like, D&D, or, like, whoever owns like, I understand using, like, Dampier and Tiefling and Azamar are simply because, like, characters wouldn't necessarily be, uh, like, the all-powerful beings or that, but, like, come on. Come on. Like, there can be someone who is a freshly made angel. Like, why not just call them a playable angel? Come on. Wait, actually, I need to make this. There we go. And I might actually shrink this down some because this would be very cute. I kind of want to shrink it down some. Maybe. I don't know. Flip. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and. Yeah. Let's see if I can get sketched out the different bits and bobs for Johnny. Actually, I realize I need to make this bigger. Realize Johnny has at least 3 little flower pots. This is like my favorite bit about doing any sort of Day of the Dead stuff is just like the little designs. I love all the little designs. And I like giving characters kind of like the half flower petal look. And then just doing something else with. See if I can get this to be kind of like a little tree. More likely I won't, but that's fine. I need to make this go up a little more. Alright, there we go. Oh, wait, actually, what was it over here? Okay, it is like decently kind of at an angle type deal. That feels better. Okay. Um, Actually, I don't even think I would see the pan on that side. So, this actually would be like, damn, come on, clouds. I do that one there. Okay, I did just simply make them base clefs. Got it. I love adding. I also like one thing specifically for Johnny. I like adding musical, uh, or like little music bits to them because I don't know if any of you guys have noticed. I mean, it's kind of hard to notice without the golden fiddle, but this is my version of the Johnny from Devil Went Down to Georgia. Uh, I I made Johnny specifically one of the primary reasons why I made Johnny a non-binary elf and not just uh male. Um, water break real quick is because I didn't know how comfortable, because usually I'm used to playing female characters. I'm used to portraying female characters up until this point. I think at the moment, Johnny and Despair is my Line 42 character who you can actually see uh, by watching the Line 42 campaigns. But Johnny and Despair are my 2 characters who kind of break the typical gender I play as. Um, Now, as I like think back on it, it is kind of weird for me because like, well, I say weird for me, not necessarily in voicing uh voicing a character like Johnny, uh, or like voicing a male character in general. Uh, I could have done that because like I did theater in high school, so I have played as male characters before. Um, So it really should not have been as much of an issue. I don't know, but just, back off, Krita. Just, I don't know. But how, I didn't know how I would, feel about constantly being called he all the time with Johnny. So I went non-binary because it felt a little easier. Um, Now I kind of have the sense in me of like, yeah, I don't think I would have cared or should have cared as much as I did, but oh well, what's done is done. But yeah, now we have a beautiful NB elf skeleton. I need to fucking see what to do with the hands, because I don't know. Group 6 can actually go away. What do I wanna do with the hand of Johnny's arm? I don't know, don't fucking know. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Yep, that works. That actually works surprisingly well. And I think for this, I'm gonna go with their regular outfits. I don't know. I don't, again, I don't know if I'm gonna have this as a sketch, or if I'm gonna have it as, or if I'm gonna, like, do any coloring with it. I don't know. Okay, but I do know I can merge this now. There we go. Kane actually needs to move up a little bit as I'm seeing it. There we go. Flip over again because I need to. Eh. Okay, I know, I still have yet. From my stream yesterday, I still have yet to update my driver. And that's what that was fussing at me about. What did I do with Kane's eyebrows? You can stay upside down. I just need to see. I don't have a good view. So I'm going to look at my pictures. Woo! Where the fuck is she? Can she be here? There you are. Come on. Okay. Okay, I see. I see. Okay. Come back here. Okay. What I'm gonna do is because this amulet is bugging me. It needs to be longer. There we go. That's much better. There we go. Jesus Christ. Oh wait, also I need to see what the... Okay, that looks just like a solid piece. Look at it! I'm waiting for Daisy to show up. Still want to keep that consistency of the fact that, like, they, uh, Johnny's a skeleton. So even though I went with the more sans approach on their drawing, I'm still treating it very much as the... Cause like, have you ever seen that little sketch of Sans where it's like if you're wanting to convey the emotions for Sans, uh, but you want to keep with the whole like they can't really move their mouth because they are still just a skeleton after all. You just like portray their emotions through the like eyes. I'm like that's what I'm trying to do with Johnny. I'm trying to portray as much of the emotion as possible with the eyes. Have this. Have this. This. And this. Yeah, little bits in between. There we go. Okay, yeah, they're all like on the outside bits. So yeah, actually, hold on. There we go. This is the best I can do at the moment. Uh, alright, I think. Okay, I keep going back to Johnny, but I need to keep working on Kane, which is wild. I really need to find something that's non-copyrighted music. That also is not my, is not the opera little music thing, even though I technically could do that. Actually, this needs to be shorter. actually quite short here. So, yeah. This is what makes me want to shrink it so I can give Kane a little more to work with. I don't even have to do anything for Johnny. I could just simply get that book. Just simply work on Kane's thing. Okay, actually, what I'm gonna do instead of looking at that and trying to look at a upside down version of it, I'm just gonna look at the actual picture that I have. So I do apologize if I don't get to anyone's comments anytime soon. I'm working on a thing. And so my focus is not gonna be currently here. Okay. Okay. How far below? Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna do two things. Ah, fuck. Not that. Trying to get close. Okay. So I don't think I need that anymore, but I'm gonna keep it there anyways. Alright. I am back. I can see everything now. Okay. Go to black and white. But then also, on the white end, come over to Johnny and color pick. Where's probably the best place to color pick from? It's like over here-ish. There. Okay. And yes, so yes, this is going to stay relatively sketchy, but in the very least, I do need to. I need to just real quick do that so I can get the color in there. Bathroom background, go to blue. Or do I need to go blue? I think I'll go green. Hello! Hi! I finished the main sketch. Yes. How can I not go with the Spider-Man look? I'm just really quickly getting a kind of a neutral-ish background so I can, just so I can see. Okay, that actually doesn't work. I need to go brown. I need to go with the brown. Okay, I think that works better. Now I need to go darker. There we go. That should work. That should work. What if I went a little bit more vibrant? Yeah, I think that should work. That should work. Okay. But yeah, um, I'm going into the. Yeah, chat was super lively today. Nope. Nope. No one else is here. I what I'm seeing in studios that I only have like one concurrent viewer, but I had 32 viewers just in total throughout the stream. So yeah. I'm guessing the one concurrent viewer is you. Yeah. Yeah, so this is like just mostly gonna be a generally generally a sketchy look. I'm not gonna try too hard on it. Uh, but yeah. Woo! Yeah, it's fine. I'm just glad you're here. Yeah. It's just been you today. I think everyone's pretty busy right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy with what I I've been I have been talking to like the chat a lot just about how I'm generally pretty bad when it comes to profile views. And even though Johnny, like with Johnny specifically, 'cause like skeletons, I'm no stranger to drawing because of Undertale. But Johnny being in profile makes things a little more difficult. And also just simply I went with a more natural face shape for them and not like it's easy when you know how Sans the skeleton is drawn, but when it comes to your little when it comes to my little elf baby, I don't know how the fuck their face translates to profile. So I was just kind of struggling there. Okay, I think I walk now. Actually, take off the background now. Oh, huh? Oh, oh. I was gonna ask something related to your cat because I felt like your cat may have jumped. I felt like maybe your cat had jumped up onto your desk. Well, I don't know. Fair enough. The funniest place to draw. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this has turned out so far. Like Kane I knocked out in I think less than 30 minutes on the sketch bit, and I'm like, okay, I need to wait for stream to start, or else I'm gonna have this finished before stream even begins. So, yeah. And and like I thought like, oh, maybe I'm gonna have to make this more like fully formed and not just simply a bit of a sketch. Because of how quick I'm going. And I'm like, Johnny's gonna fix that for me real fast. And that they did. Yerp. Well, I mean, not necessarily that Johnny has a lot of detail, but the simple fact that I have to follow skeletal anatomy, which is like when you're working with someone who wears like kind pretty skimpy clothing, um makes yeah, makes things a little bit more challenging. Yep. They're quite literally the epitome of opposites attract. You like yeah, like you have the rich you have the rich vampire boy who has murdered so many people, and then you have the simple country bumpkin who hasn't really who as far as anyone is aware just hasn't murdered anything other than like maybe pigs and cows. Yeah, so far. That's gonna change in the campaign, though. It depends. Here's the thing. It depends on how public it becomes. Because, uh, because you know that warning Chris had given us at one point where, like, uh, talking about Kane's section, about how, like, there's going to be like a sacrifice and we may have to lie a lot and pretend that we actually enjoy being part of this cult thing. I don't know why, but my brain just keeps thinking like, what if the person Johnny has to kill is part of the sacrifice? A part of one of the sacrifices. It would be. It would be. But yeah, it just got me thinking about that. Now I'm on to Cane Boy. I still need to work. I still need to edit what I need to edit um for Bloodlust. That's why I haven't sent it to you, is because I have yet to edit anything for those two chapters. Well, I mean, from what how I understood it, Kane's chapter is coming after this current chapter that we're on. Like once we finish with this farm, yeah. I'm just saying that like uh I'm just saying. Um yeah, I think so. I can't I well see here's the thing. I don't know what level we're at. I think we're 4? Okay. But yeah, the chapter coming up is Kane's chapter, and then the chapter after that is Johnny's chapter, which that'll be fun. Um, yeah, yeah. And but like speaking on like vampire abilities, um, I I am going to change the whole being able to shapeshift into anything you want, because I could have sworn that that was mentioned that you could, but I probably why wolves? Yeah, why wolves though? Yeah, like that kind. Okay. Well, I'll probably keep it as just simply bats. Um, but I am going to for like Johnny's eyes turning a different uh kind of flickering back and forth. I think I might make that a bit of a symbolism thing. Um, where it's like their uh where it's like their humanity. And so like if they cave into like this bloodlust, then it would basically solidify them being as vampire. And it also kind of works as Johnny being an experiment. So of course, so like, so I don't know. I'm I'm thinking of toying with either symbolism or kind of part of the botched experiment thing, where it's like, yeah, Johnny's a vampire, but um, but like the eyes just aren't working right. But I think it works better for like a symbolism thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Fair enough. Um, yeah. Uh, but yeah, for the world that I made for Bloodlust, I think it is gonna be a thing of like uh the red eyes kind of symbolizing the inhumanity. So which will then play nicely with like maybe Cain losing some of that red in the story. Uh Maybe turning like no, I know. Like that's why I mean that's kind of why I said a little bit because I'm thinking of kind of going with a kind of maroonish brown. But like something that's obviously still has that red tint to it, but is going to be lessened a little bit. Um and yeah. Um and I and like for this world in particular, I'm giving spam vampires like special things. Um, cause kind of reminiscent of some of like other vampires from other stuff where they're gonna have enhanced strength and speed. Well, I know the vampire that that I've been looking at, it doesn't say anywhere that they have well, I haven't looked at their walking speed. Uh yeah. Kind of makes me want to look at it right now just to see, but I'm gonna focus on drawing. But yeah. 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 Um yeah. Yeah, I'm well aware. Fair enough. Again, fair enough. Oh, I just realized no one has been hearing you say anything.
Oh. Oh well. That's fine.
Like I looked up and I saw that the Discord audio had like the mute had it muted. Oh, I feel so bad.
And there's no one watching right now anyway.
Yeah, but it certainly does make it seem like I'm talking to no one.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I was a complete idiot that I couldn't find my mouse. It was like in the most obvious place possible. And I bring that up now because I really, really wish I could copy and paste this chair. I do not want to have to draw it twice.
Fair enough.
But I will have to. But no, the epitome of opposites attract is Lyzoska and Doug, but honestly, I think
Yeah.
Kane and Johnny is healthier than Lyzoska and Doug.
Fair enough. If only slightly
Lyzoska
more
and
so.
Doug works because Lyzoska does not care to be in a relationship 24/7.
Fair enough. I was gonna say that Kane and Johnny works only slightly better.
I mean, I said healthier, but
Well,
that's because I've accepted that Doug and Lyzoska probably are not that healthy.
fair enough.
I mean, I definitely see ways in which they both could help each other out with their issues. Johnny's just an enabler. That's the big problem.
Yeah, Johnny enables without realizing it. It's part of their charm.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've finally got this to where I can maybe draw a person sitting in it.
Hmm.
I'm kind of sad now that in Tomodachi Life, Lyzoska and Despair has not come up again yet, but we'll see. I was kind of getting hyped before the game reminded me that sometimes they're just like, huh, I never thought about them that way before and move on with their life.
So, like you said, Lyzoska and Despair?
Despair had like the pink thing for Lyzoska, um, but it just ended with Despair saying, huh, I never thought of them that way before. No crush actually developed.
Well, damn.
Yeah, I thought I told you, but maybe you'd forgotten about it amongst the sea of things I send you.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about it.
Fair
And
enough.
also, like, because Despair starts with D, I thought you were meaning to say Doug.
No,
So,
remember Lysaska and Doug got a divorce.
that's kind of why I was a little like, huh.
Yeah. Doug avoided divorcing Linnea, so I cannot get those two back together at this moment. Which, total side note, not divorce, but I probably shouldn't speak too soon. But I am very shocked that there wasn't a prompt for Hikaru and Varg, because he was all the way down and not getting along. I got him back to falling in love through various instances of Varg tripping on her face.
Oh. Huh.
But he was all the way down at one point.
Interesting.
I might have to also have Lysaska on the second page too, because it's really hard to draw like a throne in not that much space.
Fair enough.
Now I just have the song Opposites Attract stuck in my head.
Hmm. Meanwhile, I have Cry for Me by Iron Mouse stuck in my head.
Oh, okay. I have listened to 3 Iron Mouse songs so far. I figured out later that it was the same fucking person that was half of the song 1-800 that I put in Bun's playlist, which is funny because I found that completely separate from you.
Eh.
And then there's the one in Johnny's playlist and Time to Feast, which is in Florian's.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Yeah, I
there's
just
some
saw that
songs.
name and was just like, okay, yes, I'm listening to this.
Yeah. Yeah,
I,
there's some
I also
songs.
feel like it's the catchiest out of the three.
Fair
It's
enough.
always the messed up ones that are catchy.
I mean, hey, can't stop a catchy tune.
I mean, a lot of Expa stuff is messed up, however you pronounce it, but it also doesn't help with me feeling that way that by far my two favorite ones I've listened to so far from him are Eyes Eyes of a Killer and Cannibal Freak.
Uh, Buckley and Pisces reference.
So like I'm not going to have like either one meet the parents because it's still kind of early stage with Ezra and Rosie, but I just imagine pretty much the first thing is just Rosie like, that's your dad?
Damn.
Because it is very clear which kid took after who. Like, not
Fair.
literally like that, but just like, probably even just like not trying to say anything, but just like, what the fuck? Like Johnny would definitely be what she was expecting. Kay, not so much.
Fair enough.
Also, I like the guy who just posted homosexual activities and nothing else.
Yep.
I mean, that is indeed what is going on here.
Yep. I know I told Stream this, but I've yet to tell you this. I have been hyped, anticipating being able to do this.
Oh yeah, I've definitely been looking forward to it too.
And I think part of it got exacerbated a lot more simply because Stan and I have started watching GT Live play Deltarune Chapter 5.
I have not played it, so no
Fair enough.
spoilers. Don't
I
talk
won't
that
say
much
anything.
about it.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, I was busy wanting to play Phoenix Wright on Sunday.
Again, fair enough.
Oh, by the way, I've barely started the special case, but I am defending an orca.
A what? You're
And-
defending an orca.
like the animal. Phoenix Wright is a series that exists.
I'll say, what the fuck?
Well, it's either that or the orca gets put down.
Fair enough. What the fuck did the orca supposedly do?
Murder a man. Pretty much every case in Phoenix Wright involves murder.
Here's the big question. How small was their containment? Because I'm gonna say that orca it was probably justified.
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to dive into that on stream, but yeah, it probably was too small, but I'm going to use Phoenix Wright anime logic and just believe the game when it says that the orca had a very loving relationship with the owners. Like, I know it's bullshit, but I can suspend my disbelief for that.
Damn
There's
Phoenix
definitely
Wright.
worse things than Phoenix Wright.
Damn Phoenix Wright game. You won't dive into that? Shame.
Yeah, no, that did enter my head at some point, though. Just like I said, it's something I can suspend my disbelief about.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the job I have right now is just to prove that there's a potential for a homicide case.
Mm.
In fact, I will say, based off the top of my head, the only case I can remember in Phoenix Wright that wasn't a murder case turned into a murder case halfway through.
Fuck. Why?
Phoenix takes very specific cases, I suppose.
I'll say.
Oh wait, there was one that was only assault.
Ah.
Yeah, that one never turned into murder.
Ah, I see.
So how surprised do you think Johnny's parents would be to find out about Johnny and Kane, in a scenario where Kane didn't kill multiple members of Johnny's family?
Um,
Okay.
they, huh?
Oh, sorry, my mom was talking to me through the door.
Oh, okay. I feel like they would still be kind of like, okay, here's the thing. As long as no one mentions the fact that Kane has murdered people, just
Yeah,
in
I have
general.
a feeling they're not gonna bring that up.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the parents would be like, the parents would definitely, Johnny's parents would definitely be like very curious as to like, um, very curious as like basically like typical like kind Southern folks, where it's like
Yeah.
they want to know all about you, uh, or like your partner and everything, and uh, and probably with like on the case of like Dampiers or just vampires in general, they'd probably ask a little bit about that, like in case they wind up adopting a child that is also a Dampier or a vampire. Um, so they would know like how best and like how best to like uh take care of them and everything. And if like Kane is uh doesn't want to talk about it, they're not going to force the matter, and it'll be like a don't worry, we'll read up on it when the time comes.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
See,
just like I said, just I imagined that would be a shock whether they know about that part or not.
you're
Because so far the only scenario we've had where Johnny's parents have met Kane, they met him through other means first.
fair enough.
All right. Well, I will be back after I go eat dinner.
All right. All right. I think that's good. Ah, these headphones, they hurt. Oh, actually, I think think I actually go with freeze. I can't remember. But freeze feels right. Either that or I could just keep it on normal. Yeah, I'll just keep it on normal for now. Why not?
Hello.
Hello.
What's going on in here?
Uh, I'm. Oh, I forgot to say that I'm live. Hasn't, didn't I? I did. Well, I'm live. I'm drawing Kane and Johnny kissing. Uh, and Daisy has gone to get food for the moment.
I see.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well as I can be.
Alright.
Mom's gonna have an important surgery tomorrow, so
Okay. Well, I hope the surgery goes well.
I hope so too.
Not. Actually, wait. But actually shrink this down. Look. That. Just gonna sharpen the edges. of everything. Figure. So, there. Yeah. I think that's good. Yeah, that looks about right.
Christian?
Alright. Not gonna worry about Johnny's stripes at the moment. Or will I? I might as well. I'll do it on this end. You know what? I'll go one step further and actually okay. Wait a second. Come here and I go put in subtract. Go back to this. Yeah, that should be good. That should be right. Do that. Do that. Just erase that. I'm gonna just leave it as is. It'll be fine. Okay. Sure, I'll go for like a light lavender. Chose the cool purples. Cool tone purples. It's hard to tell though because that. Oh, wait a second. I completely forgot. Down here. Then we'll go with a darker purple. This. I did a lot of crazy stuff on that one, so it's kind of hard for me to tell what is actually what. Okay. And now, gonna go darker a little bit. That.
I'm back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Oh, okay, you are still here. Well, you weren't here when I was here, but I saw you were muted.
Yeah.
I'm doing Kane's freckles.
Yay!
And there we go. I
Oh.
think.
Must need to refresh.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about doing Johnny's plaid shirt. I don't want to have to deal with that right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, also, I didn't make note of this earlier, but I like the names.
The names? The what?
With our avatars.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you like it.
He.
I just realized that, like, I finally got around to doing the one thing that I kept saying I was gonna do, which was to put names over everyone. And it was just a matter of trying to figure out uh, how to make them at least somewhat readable. Because on my end, it's kind of hard to read some of the names, but that's only because the screen for OBS is so small, and I'm hoping that most people don't have that trouble.
I will say, I do have to look pretty close to be able to read my name. You might
Yeah.
want to choose a different color.
So the problem is it's like I'm gonna bring everyone up. Yeah, yours was like the only one that's difficult to read. I just gotta find a good color.
Yeah.
Because I was
Yeah,
wanting to.
I can read Chris a day fine.
Yeah.
It's just I had to lean into my screen to be able to read mine.
Yeah. Well, another issue for your name is that it is that you're rather smaller than everyone, so your name also has to be condensed a little bit more. So, yeah, but I'll fix that later.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
that's fair. And you can remove the people who aren't here.
yeah. I was I I was also trying to like match colors to certain parts of people to kind of make it
Yeah.
fit thematically. So for yours, I went with the blue for like the blue eyes, since
Yeah,
that
that makes sense.
since that doesn't like pop out as much. 'Cause yellow, Jester has yellow for the name. Stan has the purple covered. Um, Isaiah I did red for like fire and all
Mm.
red and orange technically. Uh, I mean, I guess I could do green. I just didn't want to do. I didn't want to do like too neon of a green because
Yeah.
I can't do a muted green because that's what your like stem and leaflets are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't notice the doing it in relation to the character.
Gesundheit.
Oh, dang it, I'm on my laptop. That should be muted.
I think it was just so loud that the camera couldn't help but pick it up.
Fair enough. Yeah, I have a
Okay,
cold if you can't tell. Um,
fair
I'm trying
enough.
not to say it too much since I'm still going into work. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I definitely have a cold. This is pretty much how I always feel whenever I have a cold. Just a really annoying, scratchy throat.
Go.
Why is it so hard for me to flip things in my head?
Mm.
Yeah, I am also doing a Pride drawing Christian, although it probably will not be released during Pride Month. I'm doing the same thing they did with her characters. Oh, okay, I think I see what I'm doing wrong. Oh, wait, no, I figured out what the real issue is. Okay. I did not flip that section around. There we go. Now I should be able to do things correctly.
I'm gonna do something slightly different than what I've done before. Oh. Mhm. Hey Daisy, which one do you want for the ace flag? The old one or the new one?
For Kane, you mean?
Yeah.
Old.
Okay.
Like I said, Kane is style above all else.
Fair enough.
Also, let's be real. Kane is also just the epitome of old-fashioned.
Fair.
Like, he's stretching himself somewhat, but if he's used to the old one, he's going with the old one.
Fair point. Okay.
Okay, I think I did it wrong, but I actually like this look better. So I might have to change the old one.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, I'm still drawing my thrones.
I think that's better.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Like, cause on Johnny's end, they have like two yellows, and with the non-binary and the pan flag, uh, how they were previously, it just kind of made it feel like repeating colors when in like one flag, and that wasn't what I was going for, so I flipped them.
Yee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice that they both have two flags. Lines
Yeah.
up pretty well.
Yerp. Creates a really lovely image.
Yee.
Okay, I wasn't going to do this, but I might as well do this. I'm gonna do just like the touch bit of shading, but it's not gonna be. You know what? I'll do airbrush. Just trying to give them a little bit of depth. Yeah. That, and then I might as well do the thing else. I should do it.
Up.
Oh.
Chris left.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
we
it
hadn't
may have
been
gotten
talking
too
for a
quiet.
while. Yeah, I was saying we hadn't been talking for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't really know what to talk about.
Yeah. Same.
I can't think of any other scenarios other than Kane meeting Johnny's family. Because this is the stream to be talking about Kane shit. I pretty much do it every stream, but that's beside the point.
Fair enough. Like, if there was a time to talk about anything and everything related to Kane, it would be this stream. Honestly, I feel like it would be the siblings that would probably give Kane the hardest time. Because with like that many siblings, and some of them adopted, some of them may secretly like. Because like I know in Johnny's backstory, I only mentioned the species of some of the siblings. I never really went through all the dynamics with them, but I can guess that some siblings harbor like like a more intense sibling uh that uh sibling connection.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny will just have to do a lot of prep ahead of time. We
Yeah.
know Kane does not take teasing well.
Well, this would be something Johnny wouldn't really be fully understanding why, and it's a case of like, what the fuck is going on? Eh? Yeah, and then of course there's going to be those siblings that will be that would be probably rather a little bit less welcoming to the family.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know who you are, but I don't trust you. You got a vibe about you.
See, I feel like Kane would be less upset about that because in his head he'd just be going, "Yeah, that's fair."
Yeah.
Like somehow I feel like the teasing would be worse. I mean, let's be real. Most people Johnny grew up with probably don't have a good opinion of the upper class to begin with.
Yeah.
And for good reason. Like I made Kane the way he was for a reason.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the entirety of where the mythos behind vampires came from is not fucking trusting the upper class.
Yeah. I think that's also just kind of why for bloodlust, that's why I'm making the eyes kind of like a symbolism of caving to your inhumanity.
Well, like I said, that's pretty much what it is for Kane too.
Yeah.
Because when I made Kane in particular, I was still trying to be lore loyal, I guess to say, although I've entirely given up on that with the whole all vampires are evil thing.
Yeah.
Because we don't like those blanket statements here.
Yeah.
But the metaphors I feel like the metaphor still makes sense.
Yeah, the metaphor still makes sense.
I knew something made that chair look smaller. The seats are definitely not even, but oh well. I feel like it's a bit too late to fix that.
Fair enough.
I was wanting to put in Zwakot on the left, but since the left is higher up, it probably makes more sense to put Kane there.
Wait, I know what I need to do. Hearts!
Yeah!
Hmm.
Yeah, you said that about not going too much into like each individual sibling. I feel like that's pretty much been the case every time I've given my character siblings, because I think every single time they've just had a huge fucking amount of them.
Yeah. Well, it's because I knew I didn't need to focus on all of them. I just needed to focus on Willowshade. Because that was the
Yeah.
main sibling that Johnny had, like, the biggest connection to, and she's the main reason why Johnny's in this mess to begin with.
Yeah. You know, now that I think about it, this is not a complimentary comparison, so apologies to you, Johnny. It kind of reminds me of what I did with Zephyr, actually, where, like, Zephyr had a fuck ton of siblings, but there was only one sibling that was relevant, and that was the dead one.
Fair enough.
Whereas with Bun. I did not go into any of his siblings. Same thing with Delia. Some of them were probably ruder to her than others, but they didn't have personalities in her backstory.
Fair enough.
Or step siblings, should I say. I guess technically there were 2 siblings that were relevant for Zephyr, although I never went into the other part in roleplay.
Fair enough.
Also, can I just say, I know Johnny doesn't stereotype, but I find it funny. I only realized this fairly recently, but on my island, both Levi and Courtney wound up married to a tiefling.
Fair enough.
And one of said tiefling literally has a dad who's a devil. Like, I kept thinking about the fact that it was funny with Hope, and then I was like, wait, am I just completely forgetting that Dim is also a tiefling? And there's only 4 tieflings, can't forget Lily. 4 tieflings on the island.
Yeah. Though Lily is a little bit of a gray area because she's not just simply like, yes, in terms of species that I have chosen for D&D, she is a tiefling. However, she is a science experiment, so she's kind of a
Yeah.
mix of a lot of things.
Yeah, so we'll go with 3 because it's funnier to think that the only tieflings who could be in Johnny's family are in Johnny's family.
Yeah.
Since I made Spade Arrow.
Honestly, Johnny would probably laugh at the irony of it.
Yeah.
Of like, damn, I can't get away from demons no matter how hard I try. Alright. Oh shit. Hey Daisy, should I flip flip Kane's flags? So then that way, if you were to flip the thing the other way, the flags are technically right side up.
Oh. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think I see what you mean. Yeah, I would probably do that.
Like it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like since I'm doing this with the hearts where I've got them flipped, so then that way, depending on who you have it flipped to, yeah. Alright. Layer. Mirror layer vertically. And then do the same with this one. Layer. Mirror vertically. Then flip so I can see what the fuck I'm doing. Nope, don't do that. Okay, there we go. Boop. Look at these lovebirds. Kane totally isn't imagining just simply drinking Johnny's blood right now.
Look, he's more sane at this point. Also, let's be real. This is something I think I've only brought up with Isaiah, but like, we mentioned the whole bite thing in terms of being roleplay. Pretty sure Kane definitely also chases Johnny during roleplay.
I mean, hey, Johnny doesn't complain.
Yeah. I would say he would be very, very gentle at first in case anything actually triggered.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
Because the chase is generally what gives him the urge to kill.
yeah.
Which
I
is
mean,
why
like,
I say Bun meeting Kane would not be a remotely good thing.
yeah. I mean, like, okay. Kane may not be into sex, but they definitely have to have a safe word.
Yes, you don't say.
What side was the bite on?
But yeah, the thing that I know I've always said to Isaiah, which is completely off topic, is I 100% imagine at some point Johnny bit came back. And he would just have a reaction of like in his head, well, I'm not complaining, but I'm very confused.
I mean, hey, canines are canines, and canines fucking hurt.
Yeah, but
That
as
shit.
I've said to Isaiah, Kane may be more of a sadist. That doesn't mean he's not a masochist.
Fair enough. Alright, there we go. I forgot I needed to add like vampire bite on Kane.
Yeah.
And I
Well, I
did
mean,
that.
I will say that's probably not canon, but you can still add it if you want to. Like, I don't know. I wanted to come up with a bullshit reason as to why he has it, but it really doesn't make sense with how he became a Dampier.
Honestly, I can see that. I can he Hey, I have a bullshit reason.
What?
Kane wanted to emulate his father so much that when he found out like how you become a vampire in the first place, he basically permanently scarred himself with two dots to make it look like he's been bitten and turned into a vampire.
You know what? Fair enough. That Kane is that psychotic.
And even then, a child would find that like fucking dope. It's just because of Kane's warped mentality. It's like, how can I do this without having to simply just put a marker on my neck every single time I want to have this? I'm like, oh, I'll just scar myself. Like I feel like that would be such a teenage move to do. Like child, it's like, oh, I want that. That looks so cool. And then you become a teenager and it's like, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Well, I mean, yes. When Kane was a teenager was definitely when he was his most psychotic.
Yeah. So yeah, there's your bullshit reason. Kane wanted to emulate his father so much that he literally scarred himself to make it look like he's been bitten.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what else I need to add to this because I feel like I'm missing something. And I'm not. I'm not missing anything. Yeah, well, I'm okay. I think I'm good. As much as I want to say that I'm missing something and I need to add something, I don't think I do. I genuinely think I'm just done and my brain is making I think it's because I think it's the part of me that does want to keep going cuz I only have one layer of shading, which I don't want to add anymore. And then like also just compared to my regular Crooked Moon works, um, definitely feels like I should be doing the complex shading, which takes forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to end this here, the live stream here. Um, yeah. Oh hey, I got 41 people by now. Nice.
Yay.
All right. So yeah, I'll leave this here. Um, this was fun. I still definitely went a little overboard, though. What can I say? I at least like kept it down a little bit. But yeah. So I'm going to leave this here. Friday, I should we should be having a line 42 session. Uh, it's looking good for a line 42 session. But if anything changes, I'll post a message. Next week. Yeah, next week, I think I'm just gonna take a full-on break, except Friday, because I think that Friday is also a line 42. But I think the Monday and Tuesday, I'm just gonna take a full-on break from, uh, from streaming. Because this has been a lot. And also, next week is 4th of July. So, yeah. Um, and yeah, the week after that, though, Monday I will be gaming, and I wound up playing through Do Not Take This Cat Home, I believe is what the name of the game is. Uh, and yeah, I feel more confident to be able to play it on stream, and I'll probably play it in character. So I won't be in Discord for that. Um, and then and then with that week on Tuesday, honestly, I might go 2 Tuesdays without drawing anything. Because I usually skip Mondays, but I don't skip a lot of my Tuesdays, and I might skip a Tuesday. I'm either going to skip a Tuesday, or I'm going to draw some stuff. And yeah. That is all. Why are these two? Okay. But yeah, see everyone Friday.